In this tutorial, I'm going to show you how to use the badge board template files and how to award badges using Google Classroom. If you'd like to follow along with the tutorial, you can grab the template files using the link in the description below. First of all, we'll go ahead and open up our Google Classroom, and we're going to actually start by creating an assignment. And once we go to the assignment, we'll need to add the details about this. Now for me, I'm planning to do a different badge board for each quarter and a different series of badge boards depending on which type of task my students complete. So I'm just going to do this first one. Once the students have added their name to a student text box, they'll actually need to select the layout of the badge board, which I'll show you in a minute. All right, so now that we have our instructions for the students, we're actually going to go and create a new slide. So click the Create button, go to Google Slides. This will open up a new slide in a new tab. As a best practice, I always try to remember to title the slides as soon as it opens. So I'm going to go ahead and click on the title tab and give this a name. In order to use the badge board templates that I've created, you'll need to resize the size of the slides. To do that, you'll come over here to File, scroll down until you see Page Setup, click Page Setup. Now in this drop down menu, you're going to select Custom, and right here is where we're going to enter our custom dimensions. So we're going to actually go 8.5 by 11 inches. Click Apply, and there's your slide. Now the next part I find to be easy if you want to allow the kids to select a different layout for their badge board depending on their instruments, if you're using any of the templates that I've created. So the best way I found to do that is to actually create those templates as a slide master. So to find the slide master, we're going to come up here to the slide menu, scroll down to Edit Master. And this is the layouts for all of the different options that you have in this particular theme. So I don't really actually want to use any of these except the blank one. So I'm going to delete all of them. All right, so now I just have this one slide master. I'm going to actually delete the text and everything off of it for now. And now what you're going to want to do is insert the template image as a background file. And the reason for that is so that when the students open the file, they're not able to actually move the pictures around or anything. The only thing that they will be able to manipulate will be a text box for their name, which I'll show you in a minute. So to do that, we'll go up here, we'll change the background by clicking background, and then here's where we choose an image. And then you need to find the file that you downloaded, if you downloaded the templates, and then upload the set that you want. All right, so once you've found your image templates, select the style you want to use. I'm going to go ahead and use the black ones, and we're just going to upload the alto sax one for now, and then that puts it into the background. Click Done, and that's it. Now to make this easy for the students when they are trying to select a layout, I would recommend renaming the slide master. So I'm going to type in the instrument name, click OK, and then you're just going to repeat this process for all of the different instrument templates in that pack. So again, what we'll do here is we're going to add another slide, but you can actually just duplicate by right-clicking and then go Duplicate Layout. It'll duplicate it, and then we just need to change this background. Choose Image, Upload from the files. We already did alto sax, do bari sax. Done. Don't forget to rename it. And then we repeat this process until we have all of the instrument options in the layouts as the slide master. So I'm going to go ahead and do that really quick. Okay, so now I have all of the slide masters set with the background images for each of the badge board layouts. Now this part is done. So we're going to close out of the slide master by coming over here and clicking the X button. And you see we just have this one slide here. And by default, it's just the first one that I had created. But here's where the students would change the layout depending on their instrument. They'll come up to layout, and now you can see all of the different layouts with the different instrument characters for the badge boards. Now it's important to remember to name those in the slide master with the instruments so that it's easier for the students to select their instrument there. Now the last part that I recommend doing is adding 2 text boxes to the badge board. One, a title for the badge board that you'll add before you share this with the students, and then a text box for the students to type in their name. So let's go ahead and do that. Now this text box here is just on the regular slide, so the students will actually be able to manipulate that. But if you didn't want to have them do that, you could go ahead and put the titles on all of the slide layouts in the slide master. And to do that, you would just go to back to slide, down here to edit master, and then you would add the text box and title at the top of each of the badge boards. I don't think that's really necessary, but you can do that if you want. If you don't want the students to be able to manipulate that. And then the last piece is the text box for the student's name, and I like to put that right around this area. Do a little formatting. All right, so the layout is complete. Now we're going to go back into Google Classroom and share this file with the students so that they can have a copy of their own badge board that we add the badges to, and I'll show that to you next. All right, so once we've finished setting up the layout of the badge boards, we then have it attached here in the Google Slide assignment that we're creating. Now this one important step here is that we need to select this option here for the students to make a copy of their own, so it'll save it for them in their own Google Drive. But you'll still have access to it. It's automatically shared with you, and that's important for the badge system to be able to work. So then you can enter any other details. I'm not going to make this a graded assignment. I don't have a due date, and I don't have a topic for it. So once you have that, you can click Assign, and now your assignment is created. So your students will be able to log in and add their name to the badge board, and they'll be able to submit that to you. And then once they earn a badge, it's as easy as going into their assignment and adding the badge, and I'll show that to you next. All right, so from the student's view, when the assignment is created, it'll show up here in their stream, and they'll be able to click on it, and they'll see the instructions, and then they have to open the file. And because we set it to create their own copy, it'll automatically add that copy to their OneDrive. And then all they have to do is come in here to the slide and type their name. And that's it. Once they do that, the file is saved because everything in the Google works in the cloud. There's no clicking file and save. It automatically does it for you. So they just close that. And then they come over here and click Turn In. I did just want to point out too that when you share a file with your students, it automatically adds their name to the beginning of the file name. So they don't even have to do that. So when it's shared with you, their student name is in the file, and you'll be able to see that too. So now back in the teacher view, in the classwork tab, they find the assignment first quarter badge board. We see that we have one turned in. I can click on that. And then here's where you'll see all of your students' versions of this file. So I can go here, click the badge board, and there it is. This is my students' submission, so their name. So now, if you've got badges that you've created that you want to add to a student's board, or you're using the badges that I've created, this is where you would do that. And to do that, when you're here in the assignment, you can simply add an image. So we click image, choose an image to upload. All right, so then once you've got that open, you find the badge image file that you are awarding the student and scroll to find the image, click it, select it, click open. Then it's added to the badge board. Now you probably want to resize this, and you can use the resize handles here to resize it. But if you know how many badges your students may be earning throughout the quarter, you probably want to stick to a similar size. So an easy way to do that is to click the format options and then go to size, and then you want to lock aspect ratio and change. For me, I found something around 2 inches to be a good size for these badges, and then I can drag it onto their badge board, and there it will be. So now that we've had it, we need to actually add some comments, so that we can return it to the student and they'll be able to see that they have that. And I'll show you what that looks like in a second. All right, so we've returned it to the student. So let's go back over to the student view. In the student view, they'll be able to find their classwork by going to the classwork, and they can click view your work, and they'll go back to the badge board where they can see my comment. And then if they click on the badge board, this is where they will open it and see that they have earned that badge. And that is how to use the digital badge board templates and badges. What type of digital badge would you like to see created? Let me know in the comments below. If you found this tutorial helpful, please like and share. And remember to get the free badge board template files using the link in the description. And don't forget to follow the Busy Band Director on Facebook for free time-saving band teaching resources. Thanks for watching. Until next time, cheers.